My name is Khaya. I'm basically the secretary of the Black Business Chamber. Yeah.
Okay. Can you please take us through your childhood, as in how was your life like growing up?
Yeah, I grew up, in an ordinary, home like most South Africans. So, having attended a school, in the Eastern Cape, then I matriculated there as well. Then I had to come to Cape Town to do some tertiary studies, I started doing law. But I found out, in the process that, it's not what I wanted, Then I had to go for teaching. I did education, commerce at Peninsula University of Technology, But once again, I had to do something else. Then I had to do human resources with these FET colleges.
Okay. Currently, you are the Secretary of Black Business, right?
Correct.
Okay. How did you get to this position?
Yeah, I got to this position, after I was basically representing the Delft Business Forum. I was the secretary of the Delft Business Forum, because what is happening, Black Business Chamber is basically made up by business forums. It started as an initiative, that was started by the business forums, around the Western Cape. So myself, being the secretary of the Business Forum, I was then nominated now to be the secretary of the Black Business Chamber.
Okay. Can you, as a child, what were your dreams? What was your career like when you were growing up? What were you intending to be?
Yeah, okay. When I grew up, like most South Africans then, the people that we used to look at were basically the teachers that were teaching us, the lawyers, that were out there. So I would see, I used to look at my principal and see him, as a person that I would love actually, to be when I basically grew up.
So if you were in the Secretary of Black Businesses today, what else would you be doing? What other career do you think you would be in?
Yeah, basically, if I was not the secretary of the Black Business Chamber now, I would be pursuing, my strictly focusing, in the business that I'm basically doing, because I became the secretary of the Black Business Chamber only because I started my own business. Then I had to look around, in my community, to look around at the people who are basically doing business as well. So then we started now forming a structure now. So that is how I got to be introduced to the Black Business Chamber.
Okay, thank you very much. What are some of those challenges that you could face in your organization? Because I know every organization has one or two challenges. What are the problems you guys face?
Yeah, the major challenge that we are facing, as a structure is, the lack of, sufficient resources actually to be able to achieve the objectives that we are having, as a structure. We are having, very, very brilliant, objectives, but now then when it comes to the question of resources now, then it becomes a challenge, because there is enough skills out there, but people, so that they can be able actually to participate fully in whatever that we're doing. There has to be, compensation in a way, because what is happening, in the business world, there is opportunity cost. One would choose to do this, in comparison to do this one only because this one is, is giving, a better opportunity, than this one.
Thank you very much. In your life, as you are now, can you say you've achieved success, or in other words, what's your definition of success?
Yeah, my own definition of success is basically success is is an ongoing journey. It's an ongoing journey. I can never reach a stage where I will say that I am basically successful. I mean, that is my definition of success. But in as far as the little achievements that I've basically achieved so far, I can say that I am happy, because there's just a lot that we have achieved. I mean, as a Black Business Chamber, myself, as one of the leaders, being led by Sizwe Mame, but as one of the leaders, I mean, there's just, a lot of opportunities that we managed actually to unlock, as a Black Business Chamber. So those are the things that make one feel that, okay, no, I think we are going towards, the right trail.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Currently, are you guys running any project? Say, I heard you guys were doing a project about school and so.
Yes, yes, yeah. I mean, there is a project that we are currently running. We started, we launched it already. That was last week on Tuesday. What was the date on Tuesday? I mean, we launched it on Tuesday last week. It's basically the competition that is aimed at assisting, grassroots businesses, because we came to realize that, even though there is a lot that we're doing as Black Business Chamber in terms of helping, black businesses out there by providing, training, by organizing networking, sessions, by organizing, dialogue, so that, there can be that instant, communication between them and decision makers. But we need something that will serve as sort of an incentive as well, that will also help these businesses actually, if one is basically creating something that would help in terms of, that would serve like stock, incubation, that would put extra resources, in the business that they are doing. So hence now we had to organize this grassroots accelerator competition, and we are launching it. In fact, we've already launched it, but we'll be having the cocktail function on the 28th of May 2014. There are partners, there are financial institutions, who are partnering in this competition. We'll be announcing the first, the shortlisted 20 participants, on the 28th of May. Thereafter, they will undergo through a 2 weeks, training, because we've basically modeled it along the same lines like, the SAP Kickstart, and we are hoping that, 5 years down the line, it would grow to the very same level like, the SAP Kickstart. So.
Okay, thank you very much. What, in your opinion, do you think the government needs to do to empower these little businesses, small businesses?
Yeah, I think government is basically planning a good thing now that they are introducing now the ministry, that will be focusing specifically to the grassroots businesses, because even though they are policies that are there that are aimed at helping black businesses. However, those policies, they were not really meant, for the grassroots. So now that the government is introducing, the Ministry for Grassroots, we are very, very optimistic that at least it will be talking now directly to the needs of the grassroots businesses.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So, what, in your opinion, is more important? Is it mission? Is it core value? Is it profit or service delivery?
Yeah, core values to me, I think, they are basically important, because in my understanding, they basically define on everything, that you have just mentioned, as well. Core values, should you go with that one? I don't think that you will ever go wrong.
Okay. Yeah. All right, thank you. So, as we all know, there are other black small businesses that are really not growing. What do you think is actually the problem? What do you think is actually the cause of them failing?
Yeah, opportunities. I want to believe that, some of the businesses that do not grow out there, they do not grow only because they do not have, access, to opportunities, because there are good, business people there who would make, great businesses, one day. But there is, not enough, in terms of opportunities, for them out there. So, even though you are asking me that question, but some of the businesses who are not successful out there, are not successful only because, they do not have better access to opportunities. That is,
Okay, so your own opinion.
That is my own opinion.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much, sir. So, are you married?
Yeah, I'm in the process of getting married.
Okay, okay. Okay, that's nice. Thank you very much. So, do you have any advice, last word, anything you want to take out there to the public? Anything you want to say out to the public? Maybe motivation, words of advice? Okay.
Yeah, basically, when it comes to businesses, I just want to advise actually the communities out there that we need to be, resilient. We have to be to persevere when we are in this chain of doing businesses, because what is happening is most people, they usually start businesses, with the hope that few months down the line, I will be a successful business person like Dr. Petrus Mitsipe, like Dr. Iqbal Sevi, of which that is not the case, You need to persevere, and like we usually read even in most of these, inspirational books, some of the people who have made it, out there, they have made it out of perseverance. They failed at some stage. They had to stand up. They failed once again. They had to stand up until they made it. So this is what I would say. To the people out there: persevere, and you are going to make it.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for having the time to talk to us.
Okay. Thanks very much.